Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of The Apollo Show. I'm your host, Apollo, and I'm here with the beautiful, tattooed, hilarious Micki Daniels. How you doing?
Hello, I'm great. How are you?
I'm great. We've had a great day so far.
We've had some fun.
Absolutely. What a fun day. Finally crossed paths.
We did. We did. Yes.
So, yeah, mate, we've just collabed today for anyone that's wondering, which means you'll see a lot of us on social media and on our sites. But why don't you tell everyone what you do, how you fit into the puzzle here, and we'll go from there.
Sure. So I have been in the industry for going on a decade now, going on 10 years. I started in the industry as a stripper. Mm-hmm. In Melbourne, I was doing my topless waitressing. I was a showgirl, all that sort of stuff. And then I guess I started working in brothels afterwards. And I kind of realised, I'm like, oh, well, I could be doing more and I could be making more money. And then I went up the chain and I started working in agencies. And then realised I could be making even more money if I was just watching what they're doing and
just running your own show.
Right,
Yep.
but seeing how they run the show first.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So you're seeing how they put the ads up, seeing how they do their advertising in terms of photos, how I'm supposed to portray myself even, how I'm supposed to appear to the public. I had to learn all of that before going out on my own, and then I went out on my own and realised that I was making so much more money. Then OnlyFans came in.
Yeah, well, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know anyone who does worse, who's like willing to do the work when they go out on their own. You know what I mean? Like if you're someone who is on top of your advertising and you're good looking and you bring in a lot to the table, mate, it should not be like there's a lot of work out there for a very beautiful young lady.
I agree.
Seriously.
I agree.
Yeah.
If you can capitalise it and do it properly and you've got, your wits about you and you're obviously protecting yourself and whatnot, yeah, for sure. There's a lot of money to be made. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. So how long have you been doing full-time sex work?
Since I was 18. So over a decade. I'm now 30.
Yep.
So 12 years.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Nice. That's a long time to be doing it. That's great.
It is.
I see a lot of like bitterness sometimes like shine through with like career sex workers where they drop out, they come back, they drop out, they come back. Has your journey been like that where it's been like a lot of stop-start, or do you feel like you've found a way to like manage your boundaries and manage your workload as a business owner and like, managing your own energy?
I feel that's actually a really good question, to be honest. That's a great question. So my career hasn't been stop-start at all. It's actually just progressed. I had a bit of time off 5 years ago from escorting when I gave birth to my daughter. But since then, it's just been very progressive. And as I said, I was doing my escorting and then OnlyFans came in and it became more progressive. But it obviously became a hell of a lot more work as well. Obviously, managing myself and my energy and all of that, it's hard to do when you're doing 30 different things all at once.
It's hard just with a kid.
It
just
is
a
hard
kid
with a
literally on its own.
Yes.
Like you see parents all the time who are just like, yep, I've had no sleep for 6 out of 7 nights this week.
My daughter woke up in my bed this morning.
Yeah.
So it just means that I got next to no sleep last night,
Perfect.
kicking me, Yeah.
Vibes.
So that's the thing that people would have no idea about me being on social media. You only obviously show people what you want to show them.
Of course. And, like when I found it interesting just before when you were saying, like you learn kind of the portrayal of what you want people to see and what they want to see.
Totally.
So what I've noticed a lot, and this is part of the reason why I started this podcast, is that I was doing these collabs and I was having a conversation with these like ladies who, to the people who are the audience, normally would only see them with like, getting railed online or being seductive online,
right,
or wearing summer dress but bending over seductively looking back.
Yeah.
So they'd be very, I find, dehumanized and they also were kind of missing out on the best part of like the girls, and that's not just like how they look or how they feel or whatever. It's also like that I was having conversations with these girls are funny. They're funny.
Yeah.
They're smart. They got really good business sense.
Their job does not define who they are as a person.
Well, exactly.
There's so much
right.
more to a woman than what she does as a job or how she appears online and all that sort of stuff.
But also, I think the job itself has evolved to a point where if you're not smart and not got your head screwed on right, you're not going to be successful. So, like
you can also be taken advantage of really quickly as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like this is the you know, I know girls that have talked to me about their time being pimped before.
Oh.
You know, where they found themselves in this like pseudo relationship with this man who
was pimping them out and
who
having
insisted they couldn't deal with all the background stuff themselves and was taking like a cut, and all of a sudden you're like in this position where you're doing a lot of drugs with this person who is like obviously extorting you, exploiting you.
Yeah.
What is up, people? Are you ready to elevate your health game? If so, then listen up. Introducing to you BLCKWAVE Supplements, your go-to destination for holistic supplements that cater to both men and women. Designed to optimize your entire system. Whether you're looking to enhance focus, libido support, or to revitalize your overall well-being, BLCKWAVE has got you covered. Head to their website, www.blckwave.com, and try their wide range of holistic supplements, ranging from their 2 flagship products, their cognitive support, Brain Force 1, designed to help skyrocket your focus as your productivity goes through the roof, and their male libido support supplement, Alpha Male, Male Enhancement, designed to help you unleash your inner beast. Ladies, do you also want to reignite some heat back into the relationship? Well, BLCKWAVE also offers horny goat weed to ignite your passion and help enhance your libido. And here's a cherry on top. Use my promo code WAVE20 at the checkout for an exclusive 20% off your purchase on the website. So what are you waiting for? Join the BLCKWAVE revolution today. Are you sick of scouring the hub looking for something authentic? Well, MyOF has exactly what you're looking for. Real girls having a real good time. Exclusive behind the scenes, 50% off your first month, and over 100 videos ready to watch on the feed as part of your subscription, with weekly new releases from both homegrown Australian talent and overseas professionals you know and love. It's an amateur's paradise. Go check out the website in my bio and follow the links to the Apollo Show X. Wanted to see me, myself, and my D? Same website in bio, but look for the Apollo Show solo. Enjoy, guys. So, yeah, it is a dangerous world out there, and it's unregulated.
Yes.
And I think if you don't, like, I wouldn't like to be a 18-year-old girl trying to manage all this, like, on my own. Like, I feel like it would be
very
like,
daunting,
very daunting,
very scary. Yeah.
Very easy to make, like, simple mistakes, which could be, like, very, very traumatic.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I think...
I think I'm very, very lucky in the sense that I started mine in a brothel where it was regulated.
Yeah.
And I did learn what I needed to learn about the industry and how to do this and how to do that and what the correct protocol is for health and checking. You know what I mean?
That's very smart. That's right.
So
because
I did start
least you started it like an apprenticeship style thing.
Kind of.
Not
But
really,
I had
yes.
other people that were guiding me.
Yes.
And the thing is, if you go out on your own straight away, you don't have that. I
would say everyone even gatekeeps on their own.
Moly, they do.
Yeah, so I would say like...
Well, because it's a dog-eat-dog world out there.
Absolutely.
Some other girl's client is, there's 2 of us, we're playing off against each other. Who knows who's going to get picked,
That's right. Or the girls want to get, or they've got an idea for social media, it's popping off, you can't copy it, or this, that, the other. Like, in any job, if you work for a company first, or you're working with like-minded people / employees, and you're learning the systems, and you're doing things right, and you can see it's a successful business, and you start to mimic those things, like that's a great way to do it. And to be honest, that's 10 times better, even though you might do 3 times, 10 times the work. That's way better than the alternative, which could be really smart, do a few jobs a month and really vet your clients and, make some great side money. Or it could be like go crazy, try to do as much work as possible and like maybe make some bad choices. So I don't know, like I think you got to be like, you have a period of like learning the business and then
Yeah, no, but it also turns you into the kind of sex worker that you want to be in the end, because you don't want to be making those mistakes all the time.
God, no.
You know what I mean? Like, you want to be making those mistakes and then learning from them. I mean, I can't really speak for the people who don't learn from them, but I mean, I remember when I was coming up, I adopted a lot of things that a lot of escorts that had been in the industry for a while, that what they were doing. And it's like, it's almost like a correct way to do something. They're not like gatekeeping or whatnot. It's like they're literally trying to show me what to do so I don't get into myself into trouble.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Totally.
I think it's also generational as well. Like, as I said, I started over a decade ago, and it's like, you know, the new generation that's coming up, it's like, I feel like it is a gatekeeping kind of generation, in the sense that because we've got social media and all that sort of stuff, everybody's trying to be so original and they're trying to be their own person.
I would say you have to be successful. Like,
correct.
There's actually, when you think about how many people are actually, I'm just going to use OnlyFans as an example, because FS is a little bit different.
Yeah, yeah.
You can get success from just being on the sites that advertise those things. In terms of OF, it seems you need millions and millions of views. And the way to do that...
And you need to have a special niche.
You don't need you don't even need to. Like, more so, you just need to have something that is able to pop off on social media that's original.
Yeah, that's different.
And people do gatekeep, and so they should, I guess. Like, what's annoying is that there's nothing that's copyrighted online, and whatever goes online can be copied and changed, and you know. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I think that, especially the mindset of, like, for me, I lost a few big TikTok accounts, big Instagrams. I've not lost my Instagram. I've lost it, then got it back on appeal. Mm-hmm. And you're like, you know what? I had to make a few mistakes over and over again, all different things. And I had to make those mistakes myself to learn that. So, like, I'm just not going to, you know, give out the free advice, usually, unless it's someone like I really like or whatever.
Do you know why you're losing your TikTok accounts? Because I remember with mine, so I've lost about 6 of them.
Yep.
And I lost them purely, obviously, I know why. I was going on TikTok Live.
Oh, yeah.
And I feel like it's when you're a creator or whatnot and you're trying to take people off that platform, sending them to OF or sending them to...
definitely.
And that's when they get really pissed off at you.
Yeah, so part of the community guidelines for all social medias is you're not allowed to guide them off that social media platform. Doesn't matter what platform it is.
You're not allowed to be promoting a different platform on that one.
And you're not allowed to be guiding people off it specifically.
Well, yeah.
So if you're...
Sorry about that, TikTok.
Yeah, even if you said, hey, TikTok, I'm about to go live on Facebook, I'll see you there, you'd still get violation.
Right.
Did you know that?
Right. I was getting a violation for blowing up a balloon as well. I'm like, because they obviously don't know what's in that balloon. I'm like, I could be sucking helium or whatnot. Like, I was sucking a balloon.
Well, I've been done
and I got violated because of that.
Yeah, I mean, you have to be really careful on live, because I picked up a knife to chop vegetables because I was doing cooking, and it was like dangerous weapon.
No way.
So,
and that doesn't it shield the screen for like 30 seconds or something?
It's been a long time. I'll be honest. It's been a long time since I've been an active
Me
user
too.
of TikTok, which I keep telling myself I'm going to get back on it, because it is worth it if it starts to kick off for you.
Yes,
but
then
I got kicked off because I was showing my bulge too much. I was showing off the goods.
So, don't go doing that.
So, you know, I can't complain. I look back on it and I'm like, well, yeah, obviously you got deleted, moron.
Yeah.
So, like, now when I do it, I'm going to do it a little bit better, maybe with some podcast clips and whatnot.
I remember I used to shake in the mirror. Because you couldn't, like, you know, I'd pretend that I was making my bed.
Yep.
And then I had a mirror behind my bed and I'd like bend over in the mirror. And like, I never got violated for that.
Great.
I just got violated for blowing up a balloon.
This is the thing. Like, if you can find, with any social media, if you can find a few things.
The loopholes.
But you can't base your whole business off loopholes.
No,
like,
I guess not.
that was my problem, is that I kept doing like things that were different variations of shaking my junk around. Like, so
come on, man, you're taking the piss now.
Yeah, it sounds ridiculous, and it was, but it was like, if I'd done that sparingly with maybe a podcast clip, then like an informational post, then a photo.
Oh, you reckon it's because you just keep hitting
It's because I was doing 5 a week instead of 2 a week. But they always did well. But anyway.
Yes. The algorithm liked you shaking your junk.
Exactly. So social media, that's the important thing. But yeah. So I always ask like what you did before sex work, but it sounds like you've been doing it straight out of school.
Yeah, so
What led you to go straight to there?
Oh, I had a rough childhood. So I was actually on my own I've been on my own since I was 14.
Damn.
So I started in brothels when I was 14.
What?
Just trying to make a living. They didn't know how old I was. They didn't ask for ID. It was a dingy brothel out in the suburb of Bayswater in Melbourne, Victoria. And it was called Night Moves. And I ended up there because I couldn't support myself. You know, obviously back then, like 15 years ago, we had Oz Study, youth allowance, and it was like $700 a fortnight. Could not survive on that being a 14-year-old, having no idea about finances, no idea how to budget, no idea how to cook for myself.
I couldn't imagine being alone at 14 in Melbourne. It gets cold down there. Like it's not.
Yes.
It's not
That's
like
why I ended up at Night Moves, clearly.
Yeah,
because
totally.
it got cold. No, I ended up there quite young age, and then went back to school and tried to put myself through TAFE and do this and do that, and then I ended up getting a nursing diploma, and I've always had a full-time job. So I was actually in real estate back then. So I got myself into real estate when I was 17, 18, got myself my real estate license, and I was always in property management and then business development management in real estate. So I always had a pay slip to fall back on if work was inconsistent and whatnot. But no, I've been a solid worker for majority of my adulthood.
That's crazy. That's crazy. That's a long time
long
doing
time.
it solo. Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
So, man, that's wild.
Yeah, most people don't know my history.
No.
They don't know a lot about
You
my
seem
history,
so
where I came
balanced,
from.
to be honest. Like
I'm
for
definitely
someone,
not.
well, you're pretty good. You put a good mask up.
Yeah.
Like, from what I can gather from our few hours together, like you don't seem like people who I've seen. We talk to them and you're like, they're doing it tough.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like you can just tell.
Yeah,
some
no, I
people-
get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was raised by a drug addict and a drug dealer.
Yeah.
My dad was basically a cook, and I remember I was 13 years old and my house blew up because he was cooking in the kitchen.
Meth.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, at 6 a.m.
Right.
Singed our three cats to absolute bits. Like, yeah, he blew the house up. And I remember we had all this fire brigade and everything.
Melbourne?
It was in Melbourne, yeah, in Reservoir, yeah.
Yep.
And I remember the fire brigade and everything coming and whatnot. And it was in the paper the next day or that week, and it was deemed an electrical fault.
Oh.
And I was reading it in the paper, and I'm like, is this my address? Is this my house? Like, that was not an electrical fault.
Was that because he was like buddy
And I was
with
like,
the
who
cops?
is my dad?
Right.
Yes. I was like, who is this person?
Right.
Yeah.
So he was like Breaking Bad
He
style.
was like that type of,
Yeah,
like
okay.
Carlton Crew back in the day, like heavy hitter.
So he was kind of a gangster.
Heavy hitter.
Right,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. And that's how I grew up. And it's like, well, she didn't have any choice. She was always she was brought into that life almost, But I kind of ventured away from drugs because of the lifestyle that my dad was leading. And it was either you end up lying dead in a gutter or you go the complete other way. And I guess all of my escort money and all of my full service money, I've definitely put into investments.
Smart.
Into either bettering myself, bettering my life, bettering my daughter's life, paying off debts, paying this off, investing it into a house, all of these types of things. I've got 3 businesses that I run. I've invested a lot of money into those to keep running. Obviously getting into property. So I've got fluid income.
Yep.
I've got residual income coming in. I've been
Perfect.
very, very smart with my money. So it doesn't look like I'm doing it tough. Doesn't look like I've been in this industry for that long, probably because I've been quite smart with my money. Yeah.
Good. I think a lot of people who start doing full service like really well and they start seeing like 10, 15K
So easy to
come in a
blow it
week.
all up the wall, yeah.
Well, then they start doing these trips to these like designer stores and all of a sudden they have 3 bags and you ask
the
how much
novelty
they
definitely
were,
wears off.
and they're like $12,000 each.
I know,
You're like,
I know.
What the
I know. It's like, how many did you have to suck together?
Totally.
Right.
Well,
I'm like, I know how many I would have to.
yeah, like, well, I mean, I've talked to people who, just came off like a coke bender, and they're just like, dude, like the amount of suckings that just went up my nose, dude. Like, and I'm like, that is hilarious. Stop doing that. And they're like, oh yeah, yeah. So I think if you, like, it is a really good way to get ahead if you're willing to let yourself get ahead. Is what I'm getting at.
Well,
if
not
you
to
do
like, I'm not going to lie. I'm not better than anybody else. I have gone through the drug stage, right? I wholeheartily I did. Just because I was raised by somebody like that and went the complete other way does not mean I'm perfect by any stretch of the imagination. Because I didn't touch a drug until I was 22. but I went hard when I was 22, you know, so I would be escorting and I'd find myself in an apartment block scraping coke off the brick with a knife and just going, I'm like, you know, I tried to get away from this. My God, but I was making so much money. I was caught in that. I'm like, I know how easy it is to get caught up in that world, in that life, and having to pull yourself out of it. I get it. I've been there.
You know what else I've found? I've found that a lot of girls who favor coke actually use it as a dieting tool as well. So they're like, I'm skinnier. I get more work if I'm doing it, and I'm not eating that much. So I'm like, it is
like that's like crack, like isn't it?
Oh no, they're doing like like it kills their appetite apparently. But like that's not very common, I guess. But like I can see how it would become a vicious cycle where
Definitely.
you're just like, every weekend I go out. It's easy to talk to
mine wasn't
the guys.
every weekend. Mine was every day.
Every day.
So it would be because
if you've got a brick of it in the house.
I was in Sydney, and it's like for some reason in different states that you've got different demographics of people who I guess everywhere is different, right? So like in Sydney, I found back then nothing started popping off until like 11, 12 o'clock at night.
Yep.
So like I would sleep all day, wake up, get on it, have some food, go work all night, come home at 6, 7 a.m., pop a brick, go to sleep, wake up, have some food, snort a line, go back to work. It was every day for like 6, 7 months.
Did you have any prolonged like damage to your septum or anything like that?
No, thankfully no. I did end up having an issue that kind of brought me out of the hole that I was in, and I ended up having a massive argument with my best friend at the time, and we were in a hotel room, and we were having as I said, massive argument, and she slammed my ring finger on my right hand in the hotel room door. And I still have nerve damage up my finger to this day. Like to this day when it gets, it hurts. Like even when I get in an ice bath, I can't, like it hurts so much. And I had to have cosmetic surgery on my finger because she shattered the tip of my finger and pulled my nail out. And I was stuck in Sydney for 2 weeks. I was supposed to go to America for the first time 3 days later.
Yep.
And obviously I couldn't fly. Yep. I was there for 2 weeks. They're like, you can't fly because of the altitude, like you're swelling in your finger. You can't fly for 2 weeks. And I'm like, well, there goes my trip. There goes everything. I've lost a friendship, done all of this, all because I was high for six months.
Yep.
You know,
so you just
and it's
went cold turkey?
Yeah. Wow. I smoke weed. But I don't touch coke, don't touch crack, like never.
Yeah,
never.
Cool. Great, perfect.
Never. So
probably good, like, you know, direction to steer.
Yeah, well, I don't even have the desire to even try it.
Good,
I'm like,
smart,
it's not a thing I even want to try.
Man, just for me, it just turns me into a bit of a prick, if I'm honest.
Really?
This brings out the worst in me.
I'm like a mute.
I become even more arrogant than I already am.
Even more? Was that possible? I'm joking.
I feel like I become insufferable. But also, I also feel terrible for 3-4 days later. Whereas MDMA, I'm like...
Never tried it.
Love people, love everyone around me.
Never tried it.
Everything looks better, tastes better, smells better. But yeah, I don't think it could be... they're two opposite things. And I feel like the people who really like the people
no, I agree.
And the people who like MDMA do it a few times a month.
Yeah.
I feel like they're two very different
yes.
You know, compounds in their addiction. The people who like coke are like, I want it every day.
They're fiends. They're actual fiends.
They're like, I could do a whole bag in one sniff.
Have you ever been snorting with somebody who's just keeps going?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you're just like, how?
Dude.
Like, it's like, do you not want to stop?
I had some friends of mine come visit from Canberra, and they're legends, but they work very hard.
Work hard, play hard.
Absolutely. When they're plugged in, they're plugged all the way in. When they're unplugged, they're all the way unplugged.
All for it.
So that was one of those scenarios where I'm someone who, even in my peak party days, which was, I should say, 12 to 15 years ago, everyone.
Yeah.
Like when I was 20 to 25, do the math. Yeah. So, but even then, I would get tired at 4 a.m. and I would be asleep by 6 a.m. max if I was having a huge night. That was one on drinking, a bit of M, maybe like a joint at the end of the night. But
and we're together
Nah, I find that it. Sorry.
Cocaine. So like
Yeah.
you've been snorting all night and then you have a
Yeah,
joint.
when it brings
It's
you
like,
down, yeah, it's so good.
It's great,
So
great
good.
level.
Well,
Yeah.
a lot of people, my friends who are into seem to like pharmaceutical downers to finish their night as opposed to weed.
So like
I never understood exactly.
Yeah.
Stuff like that, and I was like, I don't get it, guys.
Well, probably because it's quick and it puts them straight to sleep. Like it's.
No, it makes
it's-
them. I think it makes them paranoid.
You reckon?
And they've got like some like skeletons in their closet or something. I
Got
don't
some
get
intrusive
it.
thoughts in there
'Cause I don't-
somewhere.
Yeah, totally. I don't
yeah.
get it. Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
they smoke a joint and they're like, jump out the window. What?
What? Schizophrenic.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe.
You never know.
No, you never know.
That actually. So my uncle has schizophrenia, and he's actually full blown
so
sick.
you guys probably doing not good for you at all.
Well, it's not in my bloodline, so it's in his dad. So it's my
Gotcha.
grandmother. Yeah, it's not associated to me.
Right.
It's just a story.
Yeah.
He was 19 years old and he loved his weed and he had a bong laced with LSD and he's still on a trip. He's on a trip, but he's never come back.
Oh wow.
My uncle. It's like 50, 58 in a home.
You do hear
like,
that. You hear the people
I see
who
it.
had one thing
Yes.
and it just threw them over the edge
Yes.
and they never came back. Maybe they
And
were on the edge of their entire life.
Perhaps they were. Like my uncle, he has been witnessed walking around the house with a shit on him dressed as Jesus. Like I've shit you not. The shit that I've
Fun
seen.
guy.
He's so cool. He's so cool. He's one of the nicest people I've ever met in my life.
Good.
Genuine,
Love that.
like such a sweetheart. Like would do anything for anyone.
Yep.
But he's just been stuck with this illness for his majority of his life.
That's
yeah.
Well, that
it's
is
so unlucky.
dude, it's pretty crazy. Like
It's unlucky.
could have been any of us. I mean, like you hear so many people getting like fentanyl poisoning and things like that.
Actually.
It's just unfortunately,
And what's
it's
that
part of the lucky dip.
methane poisoning or something that was going around in Bali when
It's in Vietnam and Bali and Laos. It was these young Australians, unfortunately, like 18 to 20 or 19 and 20 girls, I believe.
Yes.
Got on a big night on the and the alcohol was actually methylated spirits.
Yes,
And that poisoned them, and they had a very cruel death over 2 or 3 days.
Yeah. It would have been
horrible.
absolutely
horrible.
Oh my
Cirrhosis
God.
of the liver is the worst death.
It would have been so painful.
Horrible.
And it's just because
Horrible for everyone.
why? Like what's the point?
That's
of
pretty
that?
crazy for like one night. But I mean, it could have happened to anyone. Like I've
but
been
it's
on
like,
a
but what
tour
did
of
the person who
Thailand.
did that-
I've been on he's just probably a moron. He probably like this is cheaper and it's harmless. But
Poor girls.
these guys are morons. But
Yeah.
not the girls. The guys
Obviously,
who put
no, the guys.
methylated
The
spirits
guys,
in there.
not the girls. The girls,
Yeah.
God rest their soul.
Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah.
Exactly right. This episode brought to you by BLCKWAVE Supplements. Go to their website, www.blckwave.com, and get the best supplements known to man. So let's swing this back around to OF. Like
Let's go.
what kind of content
Yeah.
do you specialize in?
So I just usually I've been known to specialize in solo.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yep. Awesome.
Yeah. Apparently I get really sexy by myself.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
That's the best way to do it.
Well,
because
no one's watching me. I don't
you
have to worry about
You
right.
have to rely on no one else.
Correct.
Yep.
Correct.
That's good.
I don't have to worry about anybody cramping my style. I don't have to worry about somebody setting the mood off. I can just get really into it by myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well-
my mind's pretty creative. My imagination goes
Yeah,
places.
Cool. Do you have like a release schedule? Do you like one release a week? Like
So I do.
solos, or-
I usually do one release a week. So I haven't released anything since I had my third revision surgery in December.
Right.
So
on
I haven't.
your breast augmentation.
Yes.
Yep.
So it was my third one in a year. There's a lot of articles written on this as well. So if you guys
Give us
want
the
to,
like quick.
if they want to
bullet
Google
point
Micki
version.
Daniels, like you'll see it on Google.
Okay.
There's been articles about my botched job.
Right.
I've had 2 of them, and now this is my third to try and correct everything. The first time I got a capsular contracture, and they had to release it, and then the second time the implant actually bottomed out, so it fell out from underneath my pec muscle.
So it ended up in your rib
It
cage.
ended up on top of my abs, basically.
Oh, man.
And it was so, like, it wasn't uncomfortable, but my mind was uncomfortable knowing that it wasn't where it was supposed to be.
Totally.
Yeah,
You want to look like you want to look.
Oh,
you
well,
don't want to be
I work in
non-symmetrical.
corn. I work in corn. It's like,
Yeah.
I don't, I'm not supposed to look like that,
I'm with you. Yeah, totally.
Yeah. And it became a big thing because I'm like, hey, girl, what did you do to me?
Yeah.
You know what I do for work?
Yeah.
Come on,
let's
let's tighten this up, you know?
Yeah.
So the first time I obviously paid for it. The second time I only paid for my hospital stay. And then the third time she paid for everything. As she should. But
she's got some great everyone.
Oh, but yeah, great. No. So I haven't filmed anything since.
Right.
Since it's about great.
Until today.
Until today. That's where I was going with that.
Those they worked out really well. The surgery was a success.
It was a success. Yeah. They look great.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, no, this is it's not my debut, obviously, but I'm coming back to work, and we filmed something today, and I can't wait for you all to see it.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. It was so much fun.
It was great. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I love it. You know what I love as well? I love when you're actually, because you're very conversational and like easy to talk to, so the energy is good. So like you can,
I like to think I'm friendly.
It's nice. Yeah, it's nice when there's a good energy coming in, Not that there's often that there's not, but sometimes,
And you'd think in this industry you would be open and receptive and a bubbly, friendly person, but
for the most part people are, but it's just, sometimes you can just tell people are having a day.
Yeah. No, I've had experiences where they've been a little bit off and I'm like, are you really like that? Like, I don't think you are, but we'll just
roll with it.
We'll just roll with it.
Give you some charitable thoughts. Yeah. What are your preferred promotional platforms at the moment?
Oh, at the moment, I've actually been really quiet on a lot of my social media platforms because I've been recovering from surgery.
Of course.
So me doing this collaboration with you and the podcast, and I've actually got another podcast with Kat and Mark. Yeah,
cool.
On Friday. So this is me just jumping back into the industry, basically, getting
your exposure back,
getting it all back. Yeah,
cool.
But my I like Instagram at the moment. It's doing stuff for me without me even touching the platform. It's
Brilliant.
gone. I'm not really doing anything. I don't think I've posted anything since January, but my reach has gone, up 50,000, 70,000 in the space of like 2 weeks, and I'm not doing anything. It's just the algorithm showing my reels here and this here and that there, and I'm like, I actually like Instagram.
Yeah, Instagram seems to, the reels are a lot more forgiving than TikTok.
Yeah.
Like you can show a bit of cleave. You can show some.
Yeah, it's like free the nipple now, isn't it?
Yeah, you can be in a bikini by the pool and not have it be like totally shadow banned immediately. Yeah. So, I think it's a good one for people to get into. I think I'm gonna start a new Instagram and a new TikTok and just chip away at it.
Why not? Why not? I mean, I like Twitter for not safe for work. Twitter's always going to be my favorite. I've used Reddit before, but I kept getting banned from the forums. I'm like, what am I doing wrong?
Reddit nerds.
They're so like, there's no giving them. There's no mercy. There's no mercy.
Yeah, you have to be really vigilant to read the rules.
Do your due diligence before you jump in.
Those nerds will kick you the out immediately.
Yeah, and they're like,
as
I don't
they're
care.
waiting for their mum to microwave their food in the basement.
Right, and they're just sitting there watching you with your tits out, trying to do this, trying to do that, trying to get into the group, and they're just like, nah, decline.
Just trying to be cool kids in the Reddit groups.
It's all right. You can have your 5 minutes of fame.
Now, it seems like they're on every single media outlet available, like between legacy media and podcasts. But Bonnie Blue and Lily Phillips, right? For anyone who doesn't know, they're both famous for doing Man GBs.
Yeah,
if you don't know what that means, look it up. But they basically,
there's a thing called Google.
Yeah, but they basically would put a word out on the streets and say, I'll be in this town. Whoever wants to give me the old 1, 2, as long as I can film it, you can be anonymous.
Yeah.
And like I know that like Lily did 100 person, and I think Bonnie did 1,000 person.
She did 1,000. Bonnie did 1,000.
Yes. First question was, can we expect any 1,000-man GBs from you?
I wish. I wish
I could sort that out.
More power to her. I know Bonnie personally. We've done we've worked together.
I think she's really cool.
She's freaking awesome.
Yeah.
She's a really good chick.
She cops a lot of slack, but she's actually very smart.
Honestly, she's so smart. If anybody wants to put down what she's actually doing, if they want to put down the literacy of it, she's 1,000 men, put it down. Think about the marketing she's done.
Oh.
Think about the advertising.
The rage
Think about
bait.
oh my God, she's done so well.
It's a clinic in rage bait guerrilla marketing where if you think about like, I'm doing okay, but I literally will have one, maybe two platforms doing well at one time. But she will have her platforms, maybe 3 or 4 of them doing well. And then on top of that, she'll have 20 different podcast platforms doing pretty well with like a ridiculous one-liner that she said to like light up the internet. And then on top of that, legacy media, aka the news and the radio, which we don't even get a share in, like you and I, no one on the actual mainstream news is having any kind of conversation about what I'm doing yet.
Do they know that we exist?
Exactly, probably not.
Probably not.
But the legacy media will have been mentioning Bonnie Blue and Lily Phillips as much as they can. So I guess the genius in it is that they've just...
And that's what it is. It's so taboo that everyone's like, there's no way that she's done that, you know? And then all the controversy around it. It's like, any news is good news. You know, it's publicity. Any publicity is good publicity.
Exactly.
Not to mention Bonnie Blue, like she's doing so incredibly well. Like all these, as you just said, on these podcasts. And literally she said on Pillow Talk, he's like, oh, is it true you're making $1 million a month? And she's like, that's entirely incorrect. I'm making $1,400,000 just this month. And I'm like, yes, you mic drop. You do that because you've earned every cent of it.
Doesn't surprise me
She's
at all.
so smart.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And obviously having worked with her personally and knowing her personally, more power to her. Keep going.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I say push it.
She's doing what we can't. You know, it's like...
Well, I mean, I can't.
But it's also, think about the
can.
hate that she's getting. Think about all of the people that don't know who she is and where she comes from and what she stands for, calling her these names and this, that, and the other. She's a bigger person than what I am. I couldn't deal with that.
I think the difference is as well is that if you're a man, if you were like, I'm 100 barely legal 18-year-olds, I want to impregnate these virgins.
Yeah,
I guarantee you, I could get murdered.
I
could get murdered.
The hate,
for real. I could get actually killed.
I understand.
And the media would be like, half the people in the media would be like, yeah, he deserved it.
There were mums talking.
I'm sure Bonnie cops similar
from
flack.
From mums that have barely legal sons. She's targeting those sons, and the mums are not having it. You know, like I've seen some of those videos. But you are completely right in saying that if you were a male doing what she's doing, oh my God, you would get hell to pay.
It'll be a different,
very different.
I say she is copying the hell, but it
would be so different.
I think there is a different mentality around violence towards people preying or do like the genders being reversed, because every man. I'm going to talk from personal experience. I look at the the original Schoolies, Bonnie, where she would go and sleep with 18 to 24-year-old dudes. And I remember me at Schoolies when I was like 18, 19, 20, you know, when I was that age and I was like partying with the boys and I was playing rugby union on the weekends and I was trying to just have sex with as many girls as possible. Like, that is the kind of person that Bonnie's like working with there.
Right.
I would have done that, and I wouldn't have affected my anything, because guess what? End of the day, I can be anonymous if I want to with Bonnie, but also even if I wasn't anonymous, I wasn't doing anything that that I needed a job for.
You're an adult.
I was an adult at that point, and I wanted to do it, and I was probably a big part of the driving force for wanting to do it. I wasn't manipulated.
No.
You know, I was just a horny lad.
But it's also like these guys going along in the groups and whatnot to go and see Bonnie, and like that's another thing.
Bonding experience.
Correct, but it's also another. I've heard about a son and a dad and a son that went. Right. Yeah, I think that's hilarious. But it's like, if you think about it even further, this woman has narrowed down her demographic to the ones who talk the most. So boys who are 18 to 25, all you guys do is sit around and talk about the girl you were with on the weekend, or this bird, or this bird, or this bird, and you guys talk about it, and you get it out there. It's word of mouth. And how do you think she gets all these people going along to her things? Like, oh, Bonnie's here, you know, they all talk about it.
Oh, dude, they're into it. Like,
They
this is
are
the thing.
so
They're into it.
I'm like, I'm into it too. Good on her.
Obviously, all the people who are like mad about it, the mums, the whatever, like they don't approve of it. Fair enough.
not.
But I can assure you, the boys are not getting coerced.
She's
or
not hurting anyone.
She's not hurting anyone, but
herself,
she's also not twisting any arms.
No, she's definitely not.
Like honestly, hats off to her in terms of doing those huge gang GBs.
Right.
Because like I can tell you from a position of being on like rugby teams and being like in schoolyard style locker
room chat, yeah.
I can tell you that if you're organizing regular men who would be okay to engage in a 100-man GB, line up for hours to do that, they're probably not going to be very nice. No. Like, if I'm honest. Like, I know this might be groundbreaking
no, I
to some of you.
didn't think about that. Hey,
like,
the caliber of men she's getting coming through
I think it would be a horrible experience. I think that there would be a lot of, like, boundary pushing. I think it would be
it would have to be regulated. It would have to be regulated. I think she's got people behind the scenes that regulate.
Potentially. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. But that's how I think of it, because I think of like what kind of degenerates would show up. And look, sorry if you are one of those degenerates. This isn't a slash review. You're probably a degenerate. It's okay. It's okay. Same though. But you know, like I this is the thing. Degenerates recognize other degenerates.
Yes.
I get it.
Yes.
So I couldn't imagine that it would be a hugely pleasurable experience for the most part. That's all.
Well, think about I've worked in brothels. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. I've worked in brothels, you know, and I've worked in those places where people want to get every bang for their buck.
How annoying.
Right. So annoying. How dare you?
I know.
How dare you want to get your money's worth?
That's right.
But honestly, imagine these guys being like, this is, I'm going all in. You know what I mean? Like,
yes.
Yeah. But it would be a fun experience for them, you know.
Yeah, I mean, your story
For them.
your story to tell.
Like body blue.
Especially if you're like, especially the thing is, like, I've seen the lineup. A lot of these dudes are just regular dudes. They're not fit. They're not handsome. They're not like, maybe.
It's because she's giving everyone a shot.
That's what I mean. Like, so if I was
she does not discriminate. She's good.
If I was a 5 out of 10 dude and the call came out and my lifestyle allowed me to, I'd be like, you know what? I don't have a wife.
Bonnie Blue is hot.
She is hot.
She's hot.
She's hot, dude. Like, it's not like just some random.
Well, I've done her.
Yeah, same.
There you go.
Right on.
Yep. I'd do it again.
Boom.
Yep.
Absolutely. Same.
She's great.
Bonnie, I'd do it again anytime.
Me too.
Yeah, cool. So, I don't know what the question was there. It was would you do it? And there was a no.
I don't think I've got the balls.
Yeah, fair play.
Yeah, I don't think I've got the balls. I think she's a bigger and better person than what I am.
She's a trooper. She can handle it.
She is a trooper.
I like how well she can step on business during an interview. It's pretty impressive.
She's great.
How do you manage your mental health? I know the ups and downs of the industry, especially on the digital side.
Yeah.
But I'm sure FS and being an in-person worker as well, I'm sure that has its own challenges that drain the old social/mental health battery.
The battery, yeah.
How do you bring yourself up from empty?
For me, it's not bringing myself up from empty. It's bringing myself down from 100. So I go the other way. So I tend to...
You're more wound up.
Yeah. So
and
as
you have like an outburst?
Yeah. Like
Gotcha.
I get manic. I get like, I absorb everyone's energy and I'm like, yeah. And I'm like on crack. Like, it's probably why I don't like crack, because I'm on crack 24/7 anyway. Like, I'm just naturally like that. But I'm like, you know, and obviously you guys can tell, like, I talk fast. I'm like, I've just got really high energy.
Yep.
So when I'm in a situation like that, it's high energy for me because I'm on.
Yeah.
Like, that's the kind of person that Micki is. So high energy, high bubbly, friendly.
So how would you unwind then?
So yeah, I go to the gym.
Yep.
Every morning I'm in the gym. I do a lot of cardio. I do a lot of weightlifting.
Yep.
At the moment, I'm really into my conditioning. So I do a lot of sprints. A lot of sprints. Yeah.
On like equipment, like bike and roller?
So I do. Running? No, I run.
Nice.
I run. I love running. The stairs are evil.
I love this. Like, you're talking about the never-ending stairs.
Yes,
the machine?
I love it. I love it, but it's evil. I've got a love-hate relationship with that. I'm like,
but you know what's interesting? I find it's the only machine that I can breathe a full lung of air.
Okay.
So it's actually more comfortable for me to work hard on. So like, if I can get my heart rate to 150 on a Stairmaster, for example, I can hold that heart rate for a longer period of time than on a bike, because I'm hunched over on a bike and my lungs are kind of getting slightly compressed. Yeah. So I do like it. I do. It's a love-hate. Yeah. But if I'm going to do hard cardio, Stairmaster or sled.
If I'm going to do hard cardio, it's running. I can get my
I wish I
heart
could.
rate.
My
I
knees
don't know.
just won't allow me to.
Yeah.
If I had a functional body, maybe running would be on my list as
I
well.
love it. I love it. I have to strap in my now, like strap them in.
I guess that would be something that would be worth considering, whether
Yeah.
it's like worth the gravitational consequences
Which
of running.
I didn't think about that. Like, and
Yeah.
I'm an avid runner. Like, I like running. I like my sprinting and
Yep.
and I sprint hard.
Of course.
You know, and like I'm up and down. I'm like,
Well,
I didn't think about that.
A lot of girls I used to date in my 20s before I stopped dating horse girls.
Don't run
'cause they're
anymore?
crazy.
Horse girls?
No,
You're like
let
crazy.
me finish. So horse girls would always have these like saggy-ish, no matter how big or how old they were.
You mean equestrian?
Yeah. So
Girls
they were
that
like,
ride horses?
yeah, like horse chicks. I don't know what to, like
Equestrian
women.
riders.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So they're doing
Yeah.
a lot of galloping, a lot of up and down, and a lot
Yes.
of them like don't use, back then, never used to use supportive bras.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
we're talking like in the, 2010, 2012, 2014.
It was cool not to wear a bra.
Whatever. Like, well, so yeah, you would see like a lot of girls would have like those issues. So I wonder if running like causes a similar thing.
It does. I know a lot of, not even just running, I know a fair few women who can't do push-ups anymore
Right.
because of their job.
Oh, because they got it under the muscle.
Yeah.
It takes us a few
Yeah.
years. You can eventually
I
bring it back,
I
but you just
can.
have to be vigilant.
Maybe it's just muscle memory.
I think what it is
I've had
once
3
it's
boob
healed,
jobs in
but
1
under the
year.
muscle?
Under.
Yeah,
I can still do it.
yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Muscle memory, I feel.
I assume
Maybe.
once the muscle has actually healed back together,
Yeah.
you can just train it like normal.
Not going to lie, I can feel it ripping every now and again. Like, not like ripping, but like I can feel the tug.
Yeah,
I
you can feel
it.
where the
Yeah.
incision was. Yeah,
Totally. Yeah, I can
yeah.
feel it tugging. And I'm like, oh, well, when I'm at the gym doing like a dead bug or something, then I've got like a weight
Yeah,
above my
pulling it
head
back.
and it's pulling it back. And I'm like, oh, I can really feel
I
that.
can imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't even know what the protocol is, whether it bursting open, like
I don't
whether
know. I don't think it.
I don't think
know
that's a
about
thing.
that.
Once they're healed, I'm sure it's fine.
I don't know. During our collaboration, I'm like, you were definitely going hard on my, like you were leaning, like your shoulder was in my implant. I'm like,
Oh, sorry.
yeah, no, it did not hurt. It didn't
Right.
hurt. It was actually okay. If I didn't have implants, it would have hurt.
Right.
Yeah.
Gotcha. It was like
Yeah,
shielding you.
Definitely.
Classic.
Yeah. It's quite funny actually, but no, it's I think it's very well supported.
Yeah. Well, I mean, great.
I think you
Well, they
were
look
definitely
good.
in there. So
They feel
thanks.
good.
Thanks. Thank you.
So obviously a lot of experience with men over
A
the years.
bit of it.
Yeah, bit of it.
a little bit. A little
So
bit.
what have you noticed are common mistakes that men make in bed? Good signs.
Okay, there's two, and I've never said this out loud before. I don't think I've ever given this feedback ever. Okay, I'm gonna say it, and there's 2 of them that people would probably not even notice. Clean your belly button.
Belly button.
Clean your belly button.
Okay.
So like I've been going down on men clients
Yep,
before,
Yep.
and like if you think about it, like I'm looking up at you.
You just see like a roll
I can
of lint.
see it. Not even that, like dirt. Like
oh.
like, ugh. Like, what am I supposed to do after that? Like, you want me to keep going after that? Like, I don't,
Classic.
it's, oh my God. And then another one, chop your fingernails, because when they're
inside
me,
course.
like, it's, ow. Like,
Yeah,
you know
like,
what I mean?
absolutely.
Like, and if you're trying to dig around in there, which that's what you do,
Yeah.
it's what happens. Clip your fingernails, because I can feel that. Like my cervix can feel that.
Very important. I'll agree with you.
Mhm,
Yeah. I think that's
like,
just
I can
a
feel
common
that.
courtesy, really.
Common courtesy. Like, isn't that just etiquette?
Yeah.
Even cleaning your
absolutely.
belly button is
I
etiquette.
think being just clean in general is
Is-
etiquette, but you'd be
yeah.
surprised how many grown adults don't really wash that long. That
That's
often.
why I'm letting y'all know. Like, think
Please.
about those little bits.
Yeah.
Like I've more often than not, the guy has not cleaned his belly button.
Absolutely.
More often than not.
Yep. Like,
I'm serious. It's not,
I mean,
it's
I'm
not a vibe.
Yeah, I can't express just how common it is for people not to like properly clean themselves. I think it's a life skill
Yes.
that especially man, if you're trying to woo a woman, I think having really good hygiene, no matter how good looking or not good looking you are, if your hygiene is top notch and you smell good, you're already fucking 60% in the game. Like you've only got to work 40% hard. You make a good toasted sandwich and lay down
and
some good pie.
Make her scream.
Exactly. You're there.
You're there.
You're there. Add on to that, pay for the movies. And she is marrying you.
Totally.
Yeah,
this day and age, hell yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah. You've got it in the bag.
The bar's pretty low, I hear.
Far out.
I don't really date. Like, I haven't been dating.
Like, the bare minimum is not the bare
time.
minimum anymore.
Lay it on me. What is your dating life like? And what is the kind of scenarios? Like, if you had to paint a picture of what it's like out there right now, how would you paint it?
Okay, so I'm in a new relationship. So we've been together
Congratulations.
thank you so much. Been together for about 3, going on 4 months. He's extremely supportive, very, very supportive. He's like, you do you, boo. I'm going to see it. I'm going to.
Is he the type to enjoy it? Like, is he cuck energy?
No,
not in a negative way, but
no.
No, okay.
No. I mean,
because I'm quite jealous. Like I've been with people in the industry before, and I get very I very, very conflicted on the inside when I see it actually happening. You know what I mean?
but that's normal because
Totally.
I would be the same.
Yep.
I'm not gonna lie, I'd be the same. But this man's just so fucking secure.
Great, love that.
Like, oh my god,
Love that.
Like, give me some of what you've got. Give me
nice
some of what
change.
you've got.
What a nice change, right?
Oh my gosh, I've never dated anybody so secure.
Great, I love
in my
that.
life. I spoke to him when I got in the lift at your house at 11 o'clock, and it's now 4:56. I've not heard from him.
Great.
That's how secure he is. I will call him when I'm ready.
Yep.
Like, and I'm like,
Legend.
he's such a legend, and it's like he understands to its entirety that we are our own individual people, and then we have a journey together.
Yep.
Right? And he understands that wholeheartedly. He has his own individual journey. I have mine, and then we come together at the end and we have ours together. He's not there trying to control my journey.
Are you guys non-monogamous?
We are monogamous.
Yep, cool.
Yes.
Outside of work.
Outside of
obviously.
work,
Yep.
I work and he's loyal.
Great. Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. And I mean, I'm not sitting here being like, I've got the jackpot or anything. Ow, that hurt my knee. That really hurt.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. Thank you. It got me on that, that bit in the nerve.
Yeah,
it's like
like
it really,
the funny bone of the knee.
Yeah, and the reflex.
Yes.
It got that bit. But yeah, no, so secure. He is very, very loyal. I think the week or two after we started dating, he changed his phone number.
Oh, great.
Yeah. So he's just
What a
mine.
legend.
He's just mine. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. But before.
Shout out to Micki's man. Good
Yes,
job.
he's amazing. He's so good. And yeah, nothing's an issue. I can talk to him about whatever and he just supports me. There's no
Love
jealousy. He doesn't make anything mean anything about him.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
That's very nice. And that's a very, for anyone who's like not used to.
No, that's a diamond in the rough.
Yeah. For anyone who's
Oh,
not
wow.
used to like relationship talk with sex workers, I can guarantee that's a very uncommon
He's
story.
a
Good job.
unicorn. He's a unicorn.
But also, like, what I will say is,
oh no, it's slim pickings out there.
it's slim pickings, but
Oh my
also
gosh.
I feel like there's a lot more men coming out of the woodwork who are
Attracted to sex workers?
attracted to sex workers, like maybe not with the cuck energy of like enjoying watching it, but just totally unfazed by it. But even so, like I go on Reddit on all these like hot wifing, like all these kind of subreddits that are designed around like just me banging hot wives basically.
Yeah.
And I'm shocked at how many dudes out there in my DMs on my Reddit account
They're like, come on,
being like, come bang my wife.
yeah.
I've got the perfect wife for you at this town. You should come. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like I'm it's like I would say like you'd be surprised how many men are like, if they're not outwardly into it, they're behind closed doors into it.
Yes.
So, but I don't know how many women are the opposite. Like I found like dating as a person who's as active as I am per month, I found that I found like it very difficult to find a girl that wasn't like, that was okay with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe
well,
not.
essentially, it's like, you do that, you should be okay with it. And it's like, well, I know I should be okay with it, but I'm not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm with you.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
I have this.
I mean, it's
like,
so
if I-
hypocritical and it's so backwards, but
If I went on a podcast and like it got a bazillion views and the host was like, so if you were dating a chick and she was doing the job, like, nope.
No, but it's
No,
but imagine the hate you would get as opposed to the hate I would get. Like
even from this conversation now,
I know we're gonna get.
There's gonna be a horde of people who are like, you hypocritical
prick.
So you can go to that second meeting.
No, actually though,
Seriously.
Then what about the things they didn't call me? Like, oh, she can't turn a hoe into a housewife, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, oh, she thinks she can go out and do this and do that and he'll just stay at home. Actually, yeah, he will. Because that's a relationship that I've got.
Well, this is the thing.
Yeah.
Like, I get it. Like, I actually have this conversation with people. Like, look, also, I should preface this with, I also have tried to do it like the other way. So,
of course. No,
I'm not someone who's
you're not banging
just,
because you've not tried it. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
but I think, like, as well, like, I have these conversations and people will often say, like, well, that's totally unfair and hypocritical.
No, it
like,
is.
if they
I'm
do
not
that,
denying that.
If you do that, they should be able to do that. And I literally say to them what I've just, like, my thoughts on it are, like, I know plenty of hot wives that I've worked with who have these men that they sleep with who try and coordinate the collabs and like they're super supportive and they don't sleep with no one.
Yeah.
And the girl just kind of goes and does the job and comes back. And I always thought to myself, like, if they can do it, surely there's like a girl out there of a similar kind of nature, who like really is supportive, enjoys what I do, as long as I'm, showing her respect and being very communicational.
Transparent.
Open,
exactly.
Open.
Honest.
Which is, what I will say is that is possible, but sometimes
that's how I've got the trust in my relationship because I'm transparent and I'm open, I'm honest, and he knows that if he asks me a question, I'll answer it without stuttering, without thinking about it. I'll answer it.
You have to be willing to have hard conversations, and a lot of them, like I think a lot of people look at more open relationships and they think, imagine how it must be nice just to be able to bang whoever I want.
No, hell.
And you're like, dude, like if you knew the cost,
the trauma that goes along with that.
If you knew the cost of like in terms of like hard conversations and like the coddling of the mind of both like your partner. And even like just, the energy in the living space,
It's also trying to be respectful and then maybe doing something that's, you don't find disrespectful but your partner does. What about a situation like that?
Totally.
You know what I mean? Like that would be so hard to navigate.
You have to be ready to be in a relationship, hey, because it does take sacrifice.
Yeah.
That's what we're getting at here. Like I'm just not ready to sacrifice anything.
No, well, see, I wasn't either until I met him. See, like the way I met him, obviously I mentioned that I had a daughter earlier. I met him. He is actually the dad of my daughter's best friend. So I met him at
nice.
Right, I know. Bagged me a hot dad. I ended up meeting him at birthday parties, like kindergarten birthday parties. And then we ended up, it was 4 or 5 times before we'd actually exchanged phone numbers. And that was at kindergarten graduation. So we're like, okay, it's perfect because they're not going to go to school together anymore. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like they're out of kindy together.
Yes.
Right. We can actually go forward with this.
Mad.
We didn't know what was there or anything, but we'd just been lurking in the background for the last 6 months. Bang, we're inseparable now. Like inseparable. He does FIFO, so he works fly in, fly out.
Perfect.
It works perfect for us.
Yeah.
I don't know. I tour on the weekends that he's not home.
Yep.
It's a family affair when he is home.
Yep.
So beautiful. I get to still work. He looks after my child while I go and do jobs. Like it works really well. But obviously in saying that, as I just said before, he's a unicorn. It is so, so rare to have somebody that is so secure in themselves dating somebody in this industry.
Absolutely.
It's so rare. It's so rare, because I've come in contact with guys that I've dated. They love what I do. They love my sex appeal. They love everything I've got going for me. But then they want to change me eventually. They want me to stop working for them, or they want me to change this for them or do this for them. It's like, no. What makes you think that you're so entitled?
That's been my experience. Not that they've asked me specifically,
but you know that's what they want.
I've had you'll be hanging out, things will be great, and then they'll be like just after dinner or whatever, while you're getting the movie Netflix on, they'll be like, so just like, have you ever thought about like what you're gonna do after?
Yes,
OF, and you're like, no, not really. I don't have any plans.
Yeah, and then they're just so butthurt about the answer. Yeah,
and then they're like, oh, really?
Oh, fair
and I'm
enough.
like, what do you mean?
I'm thinking future. You're just like, I'm thinking right now. I'm happy.
I'm thinking like I'm thinking my 500th episode of the podcast, and I'm at like number 60 today.
I'm thinking about those 36 eggs I'm going to be
100%,
eating.
100%. So I always like, that's for me, that just makes my dick soft as like if you're a girl who wants to like date me, by the way, if you're listening to this thinking, how can I get into Apollo's psyche?
Don't do that.
Do the not try and steer me off this direction. Like this train is going this
love him but leave him wild.
Exactly. This train is heading in that direction whether you like it or not. So you either get on or I'll catch you later.
Get on the Apollo show or get on your bike.
Exactly.
No, I'm very much the same. Yeah. I'm very much the same. And my guy knows that it's a deal breaker. He actually makes the joke. He's like, I don't wear the pants. He's like, I wouldn't even try.
Yeah, cool.
Like, Great. He knows where he stands and like, it is what it is. But that's the thing. It's like every
relationship works in their own way.
Exactly. But it's also like, he's so masculine with the way he is. I obviously appear quite masculine because I'm very strong. I'm a very strong woman. I'm a very independent woman, that sort of stuff. But obviously, as I said at the start of the podcast, I've been on my own since I was 14. I don't know any other way but to be strong and be myself,
Absolutely.
you know. And this man takes me for who I am.
Yeah.
Doesn't try and diminish that.
We love that.
He moves up. You know what I mean? He's like, okay, well, she's here. I've got to be better than that.
Yeah, good.
So he moves up and he's like, okay, hits me with his masculinity. And I'm just like, okay, I'm like, so him being secure has nothing to do with him being unsexy or weak or.
Totally.
And a lot of men think that in this day and age, you know, if your missus is doing something behind your back, blah, 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 it makes you weak. It's not like that at all. It's we have our own agreement in our relationship and it's got nothing to do with anybody else but us. What
I realized doing this job is that everyone's relationship is different and that there is a lot of different ways to skin the cat when it comes to long-term relationships / marriages. Mm-hmm. Like, it really does shock me how many, like, I used to think, like, you know, if you were in like a open relationship, like anyone, like I used to think like, oh, you just everyone, like, like how's it a connective experience if you just everyone, blah, blah, blah. And then I started talking to these people. I was like, oh, it's an even more transparent and open communication style than monogamy. And because there is no hiding of feelings or wants or needs, then you are able to address the friction a lot more head on, and it is a lot harder. A lot more hard conversations, and if you're willing to go that route, then you're willing to do the work, then it can be very successful.
I agree, and I'm in one of those right now. I think the way we live our lives as creators, and you know, me, a full service worker, that sort of stuff. I think we live a very hedonistic life.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, and it's not necessarily accepted everywhere. Or for a lot of people, it's just not. It's just not, you know. And we are the one we get looked down on. Well, we get looked down on as creators and the people that can be comfortable in our skin the way we are, because there's a lot of women that can't.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I personally have to really push hard to have my body in a place where I'm willing to put it out there.
Yes.
But I just imagine just how much different that would be for. I have the tools to change my body whenever I want. Mm-hmm. I know how to do the gym. I know how to do the calculating.
You know how to manipulate
calories.
Your body for it to look the way you want it to.
Yeah, so I can just imagine just the insecurities in the general public who maybe don't have the tools to create change in their physique. They don't feel sexy. They never felt sexy.
Well, think about the average woman. This is not targeting anybody, because I've been in a relationship like this before I say anything. Like, I've been in a relationship like this where I've gained a lot of weight. I've been very unhealthy, very unhappy. You know, there's women out there that are hating on women doing what we do as a job because of our hedonistic lifestyle. You know, screw Micki. She can like sit there with a boyfriend who accepts what she does, goes out and screws this person for money, and he doesn't care and goes home to him. Well, yeah, that's my lifestyle. And then, you know, you've got the average housewife or woman or whatever who's got an average husband, who's working average jobs, all that sort of stuff. Of course they're going to hate on somebody like me. But that's not my fault, and that's not your fault. We are just in different lives, different trajectories in our lives. And I don't think anybody should be hated on for anything that they should do, that they're doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of misplaced
judgments.
Judgment, but like misplaced judgments. I think it's based around like a lot of people have this idea where they'll just off the cuff be like, well, it must be nice to be able to just put a pick up and make, enough money to live. Like we had to do 60 hours at the warehouse this week. And you're like, you know what? I get it. But also I do actually spend 60 hours a week working in some capacity. On
either my OnlyFans or my editing or my
whatever. Like
creativity even. People don't understand how long it takes to come up with ideas.
Yeah, like people would look at my day and be like, well, I watched him on video all day and there was a 2-hour period where he was just kind of sitting around scrolling his phone, looking at the ceiling fan, and then he got up and filmed some stuff. And I'll tell you, like that 2 hours is a luxury that we get from working from home.
Yes.
That you need for the creative process.
We didn't eat lunch until 3:30.
There you go.
Right, because we were creating, we were filming, we were doing all of this, and we ate at 3:30.
Exactly.
That's not normal.
Correct.
Right. We work really hard.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
There's a book called The War of Art. Have you ever heard of that?
No, I have not.
By Stephen Pressfield.
I have not. Tell me about it.
One of my favorite books. And he talks about the muse and how if you treat creative ideas or coming up with creative ideas as a muse that you have to wait for to come to you, then you'll get somewhere. So like that 2 hours of me sitting down in front of if I'm like sat in front of a blank notepad, and even if it comes back to, at the end of the 2 hours, I have nothing, maybe at the hour and 58-minute mark, the muse comes to me.
I agree.
I get this sick idea and I just start writing.
It's like writer's block almost.
That's exactly what it is. And they talk about
like a creative block.
Exactly. And it's so common.
Yes.
And the only way to get out of the creative block is to allow it to come to you. You need to be giving it the time. So basically it is get yourself in a rhythm where you're, able to give the time. So that's what I do. Like it's not
time management skills on point.
It is not all the classic work that a person might see, like where they would do normally, where it's like they can see the editing, they can see, like it might be like trying to think of ideas, because half of it is if I come up with a good idea for social media, like one of my posts on Instagram got like 12 million views last month, and that basically carried my. Was that
an original idea?
Yeah, it was actually.
Yeah.
That was I took my belt off, tied a girl's hands, and then she knelt down, and that got like 140,000. Yeah, because
that's taboo. That's taboo. That's raunchy. That's like it's suggestive, but you're not suggesting nothing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What does the future look like for you, buddy?
I'm going to buy a house this year.
Nice.
I want to buy a house. As I said before, I have full-time jobs. I've had full-time jobs throughout my...
You say you've got 3 other jobs.
Yeah.
What do you do?
Yeah, so I have an online lash academy. So I've got my hand in every different pocket. I always have like a little entrepreneurial kind of brain.
It's the best way to be.
Right. So I'd always have
What a time to be an entrepreneur in the age of the internet.
I know. I was born in the right era.
Totally.
Yeah. Especially being creative and born in the right era.
Honestly, like anyone creative, if you were able to give it the time, like social media is made for you, dude.
Yeah, for sure. If you can sit there and you can think about things and how to execute them and do it properly and whatnot, yeah, for sure. You're in the right day and age. Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. Yeah, I've always had jobs. So right now I'm actually a project administrator or project manager for a construction company. We build NDIS boutique apartments. And I am trying, like I want to not quit the job, but I want to go and start studying again. I want to go and do a degree, but I want to buy a house first.
What degree you want to do?
Psychological sciences, majoring in forensics.
Cool.
Yeah. So the thing is, I'm about to retire.
Oh, really?
Yeah, probably in the next few years.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been a long journey for me, big journey, but I probably will retire in the next few years. Just doing my little bit of tying loose ends for the next few years, and then I'll be dropping off the face of the earth probably.
Perfect.
But yeah, I'll be buying my house and I'll be putting all of my money into my investments, and then I won't really need to be working anymore.
Absolutely.
But I've worked that hard.
Yeah, it sounds like you've had a long enough stint that you can afford to. Yeah. Hopefully, you can afford to take it off. Yeah, exactly.
Finally.
And if you've got other things going on, like If you've got the investments and you've put the
and you've got the residual
aside,
income coming through
exactly,
and things
like,
are paying
you
themselves
should be
off.
able to get a regular job and
Yes.
be able to more than survive on
Correct.
that. Like, do
Correct.
really well.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
and I don't know about you, but like when you retire,
Mm-hmm.
does that include OF? Like, do you just keep that ticking away in the background?
Well, that's
you know what I mean?
Yeah, I have not thought about that
Because
yet.
even if that's like even
Correct.
$1,000 a month, if
Well,
it
that's
just
the thing.
if it just dwindles down to your hardcore fans, that might be just something that you
Because
just
I
keep
specialize
in
in
the background.
solo, you know.
Well,
So
exactly,
exactly.
Like there are
yeah.
plenty of people I know, girls who are like the most like beautiful, insane rigs, and they don't work with any men. They only do solo
Yeah.
and work with their boyfriends.
They would
whenever
be
they want to do a
highly
video.
sought after.
Totally, but they like, I'm sure they do fine on their OnlyFans.
Yeah,
you know what I
and
mean?
they would. See, that's the thing. I haven't thought about that. I might keep it, might not. I don't know.
Because I can imagine FS, if you're doing it in that volume, like I can just imagine
It's so
just
tiring.
how tiring and stressful it would
Well, that's
be.
what I was getting at before, you know, when I have to come down from it. You're like, how would you wind down? I'm like, yeah, the gym and whatnot. But it's like, so if you think about it, if I had like a nighttime job where I'm doing like 2-3 hour booking from like 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. till 11, 12. I've got to go home, then have a shower, de-stress, all that sort of stuff, calm down. And then I'm going to sleep at like 2 a.m.
Yep.
Like, because I'm so wired from having to entertain and be the entertainment that,
It takes so much out of you.
oh my God,
I
it
don't know,
does.
I don't know if this is...
So how I'm stable,
Go on.
being in this industry for that long,
Yep.
I don't know. I've been doing it for that long.
Well, it sounds like you've systemized a little bit. You kind of know what to do and what you can handle. I think...
Yeah.
I think... Like,
It's all about knowing what you can handle.
Dude,
Yeah.
I literally say
Yeah.
this all the time. Knowing one's self
Yes.
is the trick to success.
Knowing your limits.
Yes. So, for
Yeah.
example...
And your
like,
boundaries and
Yeah,
where you can go.
Totally.
Yeah.
So, for example, like as a dude, like I know that I find it like very unlikely to if I'm doing like my third day of shooting in a row.
Mm-hmm.
So like
right, exactly. You
so
know
for
your
me,
limits.
I just know I do 2 days on, 1 day off, 2 days
Yeah.
on, 1 day off, or
Yeah.
whatever. So knowing oneself, especially as a dude, if you're a dude who's
Yeah.
listening to this thinking, how do I get an industry? Like, and how do I be successful?
We were talking about that earlier.
We
yeah.
were,
I was even
we were.
asking you conversations. I'm like, because I've been in corn for a while now, I'm like, people, the girl gets it tough, but then people don't understand the mental anguish that the man goes through trying to perform. Yeah.
There's been some tough days, especially in the beginning. And I think you really have to be comfortable with like kind of taking yourself out of the situation mentally and like kind of blocking out the noise. Yeah, it's tough. But that's why there's not many men that do it. Like
it's a tough gig, and I take my hats off to you, honestly.
I've said this before, but like I think there's just generally a way lesser sized pool for men, because if you think about it, in history, all the best like male performers, what do they have in common? Go. Exactly. Big eggplant. So
big gloves.
Yeah, exactly.
Big socks,
shoes,
big
socks, all that
socks,
stuff.
yeah.
Big everything. So my point is
Just big.
my point is I went on ChatGPT and was like, what's the average size of an eggplant?
You're not that far
worldwide?
behind, Apollo. It's okay.
I'm not. But it's
No, he's all right.
yeah, thanks, everyone. Thank you. But it's 3.5 inches is the average. Right? 5 inches erect.
You're joking.
Worldwide.
No.
Worldwide.
No.
So
no.
Yeah. So
I don't believe you.
It's true.
Show me.
On ChatGPT.
No, I'm joking.
So if you're, but if you're, so that's top. That's the average. Wow. So if you want to be in the top, if you want to be top 1%, you need to be 7.5 inches. If you want to be top, if you want to be top 0.001, you need to be 8 inches and above, and so on. So my point is, so just as a general rule, you need to be in the top 1% minimum of the entire world to start an OF or do an OF and be really successful, because it seems to be the main characteristic of successful men, who aren't just like the boyfriend of a really hot, successful chick who do videos with them every now and again.
Yeah.
I'm talking about like if you're an online personality, established male, doing it on your own. You know, you're not just someone's boyfriend, or you're not just doing like solo stuff. Like you're in proper corn, doing chicks, whatever.
Like the big names that we know in our industry.
Johnny Sins, whatever. You
Dread.
need to have a big.
Yeah.
But just in general, I think it's a lot harder to find men that even fit into the category of like what you need to be a really successful personality online.
I agree. Unless you've got something going for you that's different, you know, or you're...
What could it be? What could it be?
Or you're doing all the hottest chicks in the world. Why else would somebody watch it?
Even so, there's not many... like, the audience gets mad when they're small, ironically.
I've seen that on,
You know
on
what I
the
mean?
hub. It's
Yeah,
like, oh,
straight
so
dudes,
small.
Straight
Like,
dudes are straight, but they're like, for some reason, they want to see big old, you know, like,
because it's like a pub. It's like, oh, they're imagining that it's them.
I thought it'd be like moderately sized. It'd be more popular because dudes would be able to like imagine themselves in the scenario, but no, they want to imagine themselves.
As well endowed.
Straight off the bat, a very small percentage of dudes that happen to be over 7.5 inches.
Didn't even know that. You've taught me something I didn't know.
Is a very, very, very small percentage of the entire world in men. And then add on to that how many of those men
are established, have a following.
Have a lifestyle that they can make this their career. Don't have a wife, don't have kids, don't have a job.
Is that why you think the pool is so small?
Absolutely. Absolutely. So you
all
add
the
on,
relative factors.
Yeah, all the relative factors plus you've got 1% max of the male community in general worldwide, and then you've got of that percentage, probably 1% of that percentage that are actually in a position where if they wanted to roll the dice and start an OF, they could do it. Like they could tell their family.
But what would their driving factor be? It's like, you know...
Making money, like all of us. Like I started OF because I was broke and I had a big piece and I had a good body and I was doing social media during COVID, and I was like, you know what, I could probably do this. But then add on to that, like the hard thing about being a male is that you'd be surprised how many general dudes have erectile dysfunction.
Normal
Probably
people
not you,
would be. I'm pretty not surprised.
Yeah, there you go.
I would say I've come in contact with more erectile dysfunction while dating.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not with my clients.
True.
Yes.
Wonder
I know. I have no idea. And it's like the guys I've dated that have the issue haven't been clean about, like it's been something that they have not spoken to me about, or it's been, so I've then felt like it was me. And then I'm like, hang on, I'm in this industry. I shouldn't be feeling like this when this is literally what I do for my bread and butter. And it's like, and then that becomes toxic because of that person not being open and honest, or, you know, and if we're sleeping together, I expect you to be quite open and honest with what's going on with you. You know what I mean?
I think sometimes as well, this is the hard thing with these scenarios, is that a lot of shame is often attached to these things that make you a man. You know what I mean? So I feel like, as well, like as much as it is so like easy from like hindsight to be like open and honest, obviously was the best option there.
Obviously,
at the time, you're just like, you know, I relationships are hard.
Women don't really care about it though.
Agreed. But
women do not care. Men do, yes, but it's the woman that doesn't care. And it's like, if you're leaving her to feel like this, this type of way, I'm like, that's not healthy for anyone involved in the situation. If you were to be honest and open with it, she'd probably be like, okay, what can I do to help you?
Yes, absolutely.
Like, what are we doing to help you?
In my experience, girls just are like that.
Yes.
They're like, okay, great, thank you for being open with me. Let's meet in the middle here. Let's sort this out.
Yeah.
And I love that about chicks.
And
because you know what, dudes aren't like that. No. I'm not like that. I actually find that like girls are the best to have like my own little mental
Mentee bee,
yeah, my little mentee bees, because they ask questions and get to the root, and I really appreciate that, because like the bros are good, but the bros just don't really get it. They don't have empathy like women do. Yeah. Women just hit different when it comes to emotional support.
Well, we get it. And we understand that emotions aren't all they're cracked up to be, because we have them all of the time. And I think that's what makes us more empathetic.
Guys?
Yeah. That's what makes us more empathetic.
Yeah, totally.
Men are from Mars and women are from Venus. You know, that's what makes us special. Men need women. Women need men. Like it's can't live with us, can't live without us.
Absolutely.
Sorry about it.
Absolutely, so true.
Yeah.
I'm in like I guess a very weird position that like not a lot of men in the history of the world.
No, we were talking about your position before.
But it's like where like I normally would be doing a lot of dating.
Are you dating?
No, well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I would normally be doing a lot of dating because normally I'm a very sexual person.
Yeah.
Whether I'm doing corn or not, like I'd want to be having regular sex.
Yeah.
So when I was like single, when I was single
Yeah.
in my 20s, I would do a lot of like dating online, this, that, and the
So
other.
now if you were to date, how would you date? Because you and I spoke about the struggle with like dating apps and obviously being in the industry. I said to you before, I'm like, obviously, you know, I've got a partner now. I'm extremely happy. But before that, I couldn't go on dating apps on my real name, or I couldn't go on dating apps with my face because I'd get recognized and then my profile would get reported, or then somebody would message my Instagram being like, is this you? Is this your real name? Like things like that.
Yep.
Where do you find, like if you were to date now, and you just decided, hey, Micki, I'm going to start dating.
Where would I go?
What would you do?
I think I would just go out in the town and start talking to people.
You think so?
I'm pretty good in person.
Okay.
Like if I go to
you just do it the old-fashioned way?
Yeah, not in a nightclub. I would go to a bar where I could have a conversation. I think that if I can like sit next to someone and just have a conversation, I'm pretty good. But my problem comes, what I find is women in industry can date dudes casually because dudes, even if they know you do corn, they're like, I want to give her a run, see what her skill level's like.
Far out.
You know what I mean? Like,
I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah, whereas...
I wish I didn't, but yes, I do.
Unfortunately, that's how the male psyche works.
I know.
We also have a brain downstairs.
Yeah, y'all are the only people in the world that think with two brains.
Right? But at least you can get a few dates out of these men. But the problem is that women don't even go...
They can get a few dates out of us or...
Right, whatever.
Right.
Like, but whereas I'm finding that I'm not even getting a start on the dating apps. Like women are like not even interested. They're just like,
Is it because they're wanting serious or they're looking future? Right, their future. Yeah.
I think,
being our age as well, women have a biological clock.
Yeah,
women are worried about that sort of stuff. You know.
But what I think is like girls, they see what I do or they know who I am or. Yeah, basically, once they find out what I do, it's a hard no. There's not a lot of girls.
You mean a hard no? It's
I get what's the word? There's unmatch you or they stop talking to you on Instagram or whatever it is. Like there are some girls that are like cool for it, but but for the most part, I think that.
So what do you do? So when you're talking to somebody, when do you disclose to them what you do?
Well, on dating apps,
this is also a massive thing with our industry. It's like when we are dating, when is the right time to tell somebody what we do for work?
I come out pretty much immediately and tell people because I have so much stuff online.
Well, we also don't have anything to hide.
No, exactly. I'm not doing anything illegal.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
My thing is that sometimes for me, I'm like, I'm just looking for some casual dating. I'm not looking for my next wife.
I just want somebody to go to bed with at night sometimes.
Whatever. Like, I think
take a hike with.
Yeah, I want to go for, like,
go for a bike ride with.
Like, so I don't know.
With.
Like, is it unethical for me to go on a few dates with someone, not tell them what I do for a job? We have a really good time.
Not unless it's disclosed what it is at the time, I believe. Like, if you know that it's not a serious thing and, like, you've put that on the line straight away, it doesn't matter.
Exactly.
It doesn't matter.
Exactly.
If you're wanting to get into a serious relationship with this person, hell yes, it should be disclosed straight away.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally.
But if you're just wanting some casual dating and it's not, well, obviously if it turns into something like that, then, disclose it. But I think, we all have to protect ourselves.
I just find that women are a little bit more judgmental probably and a bit more like I just mentally couldn't handle that. Girls seem to be, I think we go back to that saying, know oneself. And I think women are much better at that. I don't think they're judging me in a negative way. I don't think they look at me and go, ew, gross.
No, I think they just look at it and be like, I can't handle that.
Yeah, I think they would say like the jealousy and
you would actually ruin my life.
Yeah. The level of upset I would feel looking at you bang all these like 9 out of 10 hot chicks all the fucking time would just blow me away. I think it takes a very secure person.
And you would have to water your flowers at home, Apollo.
Yeah, so you know what? I have been on a few dates. I was actually dating this girl before I went on my last America trip, and then one thing led to another when I was overseas, and I just blinked, and it was like 4 or 5 weeks since I'd messaged her. I was like, so I'm not
doghouse.
So yeah, exactly. So I'm not the best. I get it. Like
inconsistent.
I think it's just when I go overseas and I'm just actually
you're just not ready. You're just not
ready.
You're just not there. You're just
ready.
not ready. Yes. And if you were ready, that would be a different. It would be a different blimp on your radar. You know what I mean? Like right now, that woman was just a blimp, like a small blimp on. And you're not ready to commit to that type of upkeep.
Totally.
Even, that's a lot of maintenance.
Yeah.
Having a relationship is a lot of maintenance. I wasn't ready for it until this guy came along.
Honestly, like it needs to work for you, I think, is what we're getting at here.
Yes.
But in general, I would like to go on a few extra dates. Any girls out there?
If anyone,
I would like to,
take Apollo on a date.
Exactly. Whether it's serious or not, I'm here just for the good times.
He's here for a good time, not a long time, guys.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know, but my dating life, if you were like, what does your dating life actually look like, bro? It would be like every now and again, maybe I get on a chat with a girl from Instagram who knows what I do already because she follows me on Instagram.
Yeah.
She's local. Maybe we sleep together a few times.
So it's just transparent. It's all up in the open.
Yeah, I actually
what it is from the get-go.
I actually meet most of my outside of work escapades from social media.
They slide into the DMs, do they? Oh my gosh, imagine. I've not slid into the DMs for a long time.
I know. Shook
Wow. Imagine me doing that. I don't even know what I'd say.
Really?
I don't know what I would even
Sometimes
say.
girls will just like bulk like my stuff to let me know. So like, although it's almost like a soft contact.
Yeah, right. And then what, you're supposed to reach out to them?
Exactly.
Oh,
so if someone likes 15 of my posts within 10 minutes, I'll just be like, "Hey Mick, what's up?" And you'll be like, "About time."
Yeah. Straight with risen with the tears. Yeah.
Exactly.
I just that's crazy. I've not slid into a DM in a long time.
Yeah, I don't know. I've kind of gone off trying to like. I'm just so busy. I don't know if you can appreciate it, but like when you're so busy, you just like, I don't feel like dating. I don't feel like talking on these apps.
Yes.
I don't, even if I also don't give it a good chance, I should tell people. Like I give, Tinder or
Do you think about
Hinge.
it for a day and you're like, oh, this was fun for a day, and then the next day you're just like, I can't be asked for
I'm
that.
like, oh, but
and I was interested in you when I matched with you, and now I've woken up in the morning and I've got like some post-nut clarity and I just don't want to deal with you right now.
The best
do you ever do that?
Yeah, the best thing about my job is that all the ladies leave with a smile and don't come back.
I just snorted. Oh my God. No, that's my line. I literally said, I'm like, you don't pay me to leave.
Exactly. But like that's the best part in terms of like my own mental stability. Because I think where I was going before when I first started this conversation was no matter what, I'm getting laid. Whether I'm doing it for work or whether I'm doing it through social media, or I'm doing it through these dating apps as a single guy, I'm getting laid, So when I found that I was finding a lot of girls off dating apps, when I was dating a lot of girls from real life, it was a lot of upkeep. It's a lot of text messages a day to multiple girls
we're freaking needy.
to keep these plates spinning, so to speak.
Yes.
And I think that can become a toxic full-time job for young men.
Well, that's where we were going with, you got to water your flowers.
Totally.
You got to maintain that. And it's like, that is a lot of upkeep.
Which is probably easier, in my case, to get one girlfriend and then do the collabs and just have to water that one, then be dating multiple girls.
That's honestly, that's the ideal scenario, but you're steady trying to find that,
Totally.
10 years trying to find that.
Yeah.
I've had people try and change this, change that, get jealous, this, that, and the other. They're like, oh, I am supportive, but I don't like it when you do that. I'm like, well, you're not supporting me then, are you?
Yep.
You're not supporting me. You just pick and choose willy-nilly when you want to support me.
It's really hard. It's really hard because in these scenarios, I will hand out an olive branch to the gentleman or to the jealous partners, male or female, in the crowd, that you don't know your boundaries. You don't know what triggers you. You don't know what pushes your buttons until the buttons are pushed.
Totally.
So it's really hard because I've had a lot of girls in my past dating life when I was, doing what we were just talking about, where they were, I got really bitter at one point towards women because I was like, they're all liars. They all tell you they're like cool with one thing and then they'll turn around and be like, turns out I wasn't. Meh.
Do you think you were attracting that type of person at that time?
Absolutely. Well, this is what I've learned as I get older. I'm like, well, it definitely was my fault. Like you're kind of like baiting these like people who
without even realizing it.
Because end of the day, I think when you mix like these girls probably had some really bad dates with dudes who aren't smart, who can't hold a conversation.
Dudes who aren't consistent.
Add on to that, dude. But then like they start going on a few dates with me and like looks like I got my shit together, great sex, all this kind of stuff where it would like, I think it would kind of flip the switch in these girls where they were like, no, I wasn't looking to date, but you're actually, this is fucking great.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't help because I would also be, that was my party phase. So half the week I was hungover and wanting someone to hang out and watch Netflix with. So I was definitely, for anyone out there.
And hungover bang, yep.
For anyone who's out there watching this being like, you hypocrite, you're just like all the other single cunts. You're right. At that time I was.
Yes.
But like I can see how that was happening to me all the time. So I think it's like, it's dating is tough, man.
It is tough. Look, it's tough without being in our industry. And then you add us being in the industry on top of that. And it's like almost impossible. See, like I'm hypocritical in that sense, being like, you know, he wouldn't be able to do it. But if you think about it, I'd let him have a like if I was with him, I'd do that. I feel like I would be okay if I was there.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Does.
Yeah.
Does.
If I was there...
That's pretty standard, actually.
Yeah. If I was there, I feel like I'd be okay. Like, I'm one of those sick, twisted people that's like, if
that would
if
suck
I'm
the
really,
fun out of it for me.
If I'm
I
really
feel
secure in a relationship, no, because I'm sadistic. Like, I'm like, that's mine, not yours. Like, I'm like that type of person.
I'd be like looking at you, thinking to myself, is she okay with this? Is
no,
she, like,
I'm like,
steaming
that's mine. I'm going to go home with that at the end of the day, and you want that. It's like, so if he was getting hit on by somebody at the bar, I'd be attracted by that. Like, some other girl wants that, and that's mine.
So you get like turned on by
I kind of get over, I kind of do. And it's really a bit toxic.
Relationships and connections with other people are weird because like people...
I think it's really, what makes you tick that's weird.
It's really easy to be black and white with it where it's like, she should have done that or he should have done that.
Yeah.
But when you look at the nuances and the like intrinsic details of how that scenario came to be, you realize there are so many gray areas and there are so many like emotional triggers and there are so many like hard conversations that are avoided that it's like... I'm so glad and grateful that like I get to, you know, live my life and have other focuses other than dating because that takes a lot of effort. I take my hat off to people who are full-time dating.
Yeah, no way. I had this instance where, you know, going back to being, you know, completely fully transparent, it's like I was dating this guy where I was being completely completely transparent, and he thought I was being dodgy. Like, and I don't know why. I'm the most genuine, like
he thought you were like lying to him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like in terms of like he thought I was sending him the same material that I was posting on my OnlyFans.
Okay.
I'm like, if I was, so what? And two, this man, in order to catch me out, subscribed to my OnlyFans behind my back. And then in an argument, oh my God. And then in an argument was threw it in my face, being like, yeah, well, I signed up to your OnlyFans and this is what you did. You did what I said. Okay, now everything's gone out the window. You did what?
That's crazy.
Do you know what I mean? It's like, why can't you just be honest with it? Like, tell me that that's what you did, or say, hey, Micki, I'm going to go on your OnlyFans. I just want to have a check. You know, I want to have a look. I'm like, okay, one, that's freaking weird. Why do you need to do that? And two, sure, here's the password. I don't care.
Yeah.
But it's like going behind my back to catch me out on something because you think I'm sending you the same photo I'm sending my OnlyFans people. Like, that's just a whole insecurity in itself. And it's like that was driven by insecurity because I'm in the industry and he wasn't okay with that.
Dude,
you know?
People do so many weird things driven by shame, jealousy, and
it's like you want to come and degrade me because of what I do for a job because you're insecure about what I do for a job. I'm like, that's a you problem.
Totally.
And what you did is a you problem.
Yep.
Don't be turning that back on me and gaslighting me, telling me I was doing the wrong thing.
It's like people who look through people's phones. I couldn't think of anything worse than looking through my partner's phone.
I said to my partner, I said, if I'm looking through your phone, I need to leave you.
Totally.
Like, that's the point. That is the point where I need to leave you because 100%. If I've got suspicions that you're screwing around behind my back, I need to go.
Yeah.
I need to go.
Definitely.
You know, like, it just makes me uncomfortable reading somebody else's text messages, like all that sort of stuff. And I'm like, the people that go through people's phones,
plus,
it's like they're looking for it.
But if you do find something like, what a horrible way to find out.
I know, but then it's kind of your own fault because you looked for it.
Yeah, what a dagger to the chest.
Like, I know. Like, I've seen it. I saw it. That's actually my ex-husband, so the father of my child. that's how we ended up splitting up, because I saw him on OnlyFans. He was buying OnlyFans through our joint account. It came up. I'm like, dude,
the
are
thing
you
with
like...
men, we're just retarded.
He actually, I'm like, are you serious? I'm in the industry. I have been majority of my life, and you want to go and do something silly like that? Like, you know my history. You know, like, you were asking to get caught. He almost, I honestly believe he was asking to get caught. I think he was just like, screw this, I'm done.
Yeah.
Like, screw this bitch.
Yeah. Well, what I will say is dudes aren't smart. We are not good at covering our tracks. We're not smart. Men do not cheat well. We don't cheat well. We always get caught.
No.
Girls seem to be better at it.
Bending me over, calling me a dirty little SLUT when he's never done that before. I'm like, okay, that's a bit rich. That's a bit different. I'm like, you've been somewhere else.
Right,
like,
classic.
yeah, actually. I'm like, that's not the language that we use. I'm like, oh, okay. All right. You've been somewhere else.
Yeah, all my married mates are like, yeah, we don't bring nothing new to the bedroom. It just brings questions.
Because then it's just questions.
Just brings trouble. So you got to have the same beige sex you always have. I'm like, that sounds like hell, bro.
Unless you
that sounds like in hell.
Unless you want to start.
Every time I want to like slip a thumb in my missus' ass, like, where'd you learn that from, huh? Oh, sounds great. Can't wait to get married.
Flick of the tongue. Where'd you learn that from?
Seriously.
Oh, what about that one where you're like, oh, I'm on my way, baby, and it autocorrects to Abby, and you're like, oh, here we go.
Classic.
Like, right. Like, here we go.
Dude.
So, honestly, I pride myself in not being a vanilla.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, I would not be a vanilla wife at all. Put a finger where you want. Put your hand where you want.
What a legend.
Spit on me.
What a trooper.
I'll open my mouth. Like, yeah. I'm a bit different.
Yeah, you're the best.
Thanks.
What advice have you got for the younger you?
Oh, do your homework. Do your homework. Do your research on the industry. And if you get a bad feeling, it's a bad feeling for a reason.
Trust your gut.
Yeah, trust your gut.
Yep.
If you're in a situation and you don't feel like you're safe, get out of it.
Yep.
Like, don't even think twice about it. Like, I've found myself in some pretty crazy situations. I've found myself on a boat in the middle of some marina in Sydney. And I'm like, I don't even know where I am. I don't know who I'm with. I don't know what boat I'm on. I'm like, if you're in a situation like that and you don't feel safe, you don't feel comfortable, get out of it as soon as you can. Leave as soon as you can. It doesn't matter how much you're getting paid. It doesn't matter. Like, keep yourself safe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Keep yourself
100%.
safe and learn as much as you can from the older generation. So, like, there's women like me in the industry. I wouldn't say I'm the older generation. Actually, no, I am. I'm 30 years old.
I've got some bad news for you.
I am, aren't I? Yeah.
You're not old, but you are definitely someone who's been doing it for the longest of anyone I know. Like, if you're doing this job for over 10 years, you may as well have been doing it for 40 years. 100%.
Hall of Fame. Yeah.
Like, I think especially doing it, as you were saying before, you weren't up and down. You've been just elevating and solid. Full-time job the entire time. Like, that is very, very rare. So hats off to you, but you are a veteran. I think I had my wits about me the whole time.
I know it's kind of different to say, like, you know, I've just turned 30 and all this sort of stuff. I'm like, I don't like to think of myself that way because I still think I have a lot to learn.
Well, you do.
Yeah.
I mean, like, you've got plenty of, like, I think a lot of girls get very insecure about their age and they hit 30 and they think it's all over, but
I'm in my prime.
Absolutely. Yeah. And the prime, what girls don't get is that the prime doesn't stop, it just morphs into a different category.
Yes.
So you go
from being a girl or, you know, a lady to being a woman.
You go from a girl next door to a MILF. Then you go to a cougar.
Yes.
And then you go to the
it's
guilt,
progressive.
whatever. Like, and then, you know, by the time you're 60, if you chose to still be doing adult content, you would have as big an audience as you ever had.
Oh my God, because you've stuck at it the whole time. You've been consistent.
Because people actually, there is a huge market for MILFs. There's a huge market for cougars. There's a huge market for grannies, weirdly.
Yeah, like, there is. Weirdly.
I know
it's not your cup of tea.
I know I shouldn't yuck people's yums. I'm sorry, guys.
It's not your cup of tea, but it's somebody else's.
My point is
coffee.
Exactly. My point is that there is really no limit to how successful girls can be in our industry.
What corn do you like?
If I was to watch it myself,
if you corn.
I love like Deep Throat.
Okay.
I'm a
girl too.
Yeah. Yeah. I love edging hand jobs.
Oh, no, I know that.
Yeah.
I already know that.
That's how we finished our scene
That's how
today,
we
by the
finished
way,
our
everyone.
scene, yeah.
What else do I love? I used to be way more into like really hardcore GBs.
Okay.
Like watching girls get like airtight.
Yeah.
But I can't remember the last time I watched that. You know what I've been really watching lately?
What?
Reddit. Like, I've been going on watching like I'd much rather watch 30
like
or
the clip it?
20 different clips
Right.
of like,
Okay.
you know, different amateur stuff, different things that are more real than I would watching the professional stuff.
It's because we make
corn.
corn. We know what goes into it. We know it's not. Yeah, we know. Mine's like, so I have a fantasy that no one really knows about. I want to be put on the spit.
Never done that before.
Never.
What the?
Right, I know.
How?
Well, because I've never put myself in that position.
Okay.
I've always controlled the outcome of everything, and that's why I've probably been in the industry for so long. I've always been controlling the situation.
Never done a BBG.
Never. I no. Well, I've always done like FFM.
Yeah,
like, and
gotcha.
I've never.
Yeah.
I really want to be put on the spit, and I don't know. Like, that's probably why it gets me off, and like, do you know what I mean? Like stuff like that. Like, it's like I've never ever experienced it, but I want to experience it. Like, I've never trusted two men to put me in that position. Do you know what I mean? Because it can get pretty rough, and as you know, I can handle it rough.
Of course.
But I'm like, there's two of you.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? I'm like, how am I supposed to handle two of you at once? Like, I can handle one of you going at me, but I don't know about two.
I think you could handle it.
I want to try.
Yeah, I think you should.
I would. Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, exactly. Well, the good news for you is you're in a position where that is something you could easily organise. Probably.
I know, right?
Yeah,
I'm in a very good
absolutely.
position, but it's like how funny is that? The fact that you're like, well, you never done that. I'm like,
That
no,
is crazy.
I know,
Yeah.
I know,
That is
fascinating.
crazy.
Like, I've never done it because of the situation, the industry that I'm in. It's like I've never put myself in the position to
For
be in
safety.
it. Correct.
Smart.
Correct.
Smart.
For safety reasons. It's like, okay, I could get paid to do that, sure, but it's like they don't care about me. They don't have any. You know what I'm saying? It's like
Absolutely.
and there's two of them. They could overpower me so quickly. You know, I could arrange it with creators. That's probably would be the one thing I would do. Or I would arrange it with my partner and I'd pay for an escort. Or I would get somebody I knew like you to come over. Do you know what I mean? Just so I could experience that. Like something like that. It would be in a trusted environment.
Have to be. I think that's
Correct.
how
And that's probably why I haven't done it. Because I haven't been in the
position where you knew two people you trusted,
Correct.
or in a relationship with someone you trusted to do it with someone else.
Yes.
Yeah.
I haven't been in the right position to do it. Yes.
Yeah,
but no, I
absolutely.
would love to. That's one of my fantasies. I'd love to
Well,
do it. Well.
Whenever you're ready, I'm in. But one of my things I really want to do is a reverse GB. So like 5 or 6 girls and me.
Oh, imagine.
Which I was organising before
have you thought about that, and how you'd execute that?
Absolutely.
Of course you have.
Have
I ever?
Yeah, no, well,
I get off on it on the daily.
Well, I had this scene that was planned. It was actually with, who was it with? It was with Bonnie Blue, Candace Kane, Coco Bay, and there was 2 others. Josie Ray, who's like these girls are all incredible, and there was one more girl. Anyway, it was going to be the best. It was going to be the best scene ever. But
it was going to be the best time of your life.
Exactly. But the problem
is what he really meant.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But the problem with organising, like
5 people to be in the same place at the same time
in our industry, like here's the thing, like if I organise a one-on-one with someone, there is literally a 40% chance that they're going to cancel or have to reschedule, which is fine.
I'm sorry. That happened to us 3 times.
It's okay.
Before today, I was just like, I'm not. Let's just do it. I'm not going to keep.
Yeah,
But
totally.
life got in the way. We had a cyclone.
Yeah.
Then I got a UTI.
Happens.
And
happens.
I'm like, in this industry, yes, it does.
Yeah.
I get UTIs frequently.
I never get mad at like people cancelling or whatever, but it's just part of the industry. So
it is. I've had so many people cancel on me.
Yep. So when you think about trying to organise 5 or 6 people to be in the same place without something happening, whether it be, because you're right, it can be something really general health, like a UTI.
I did get a UTI, and then I got my period.
Yeah, well, a period is actually one of the main reasons for cancellations.
And you cannot have that on camera.
No,
you can't,
some girls in America, like I'll be honest,
Sponge?
like I've bashed a lot of sponges into girls, like
I've taken a
uteruses.
lot of them out.
Same. I've had to have a real bonding moment with some girls.
Yep, reach up there and I've had to do that a couple of times as well. Obviously being in the brothel, like working in brothels and working in agencies, it's what you do. You know how to get that sponge out. I will tell you, I've never worked for sponge in. I've never put a sponge in the whole 10 years. Like,
so you just take that time off as soon as you get to
take the time off.
Yeah, cool.
I take the time off. I've been that smart with my money. I don't need to, Good. No, I've done it on purpose because I don't even like wearing tampons.
Yeah.
I don't want anything up there.
Of course.
Like, I just don't.
What I will say, everyone, she has A plus downstairs.
Kitty meow meow.
Everything's like where it should be. Looks great.
It's very tidy. Very tidy.
Mate, absolutely sensational. Mwah. Chef's kiss.
I take care of myself. I like to take care of myself, but that's a part of the like. I don't wear tampons. I don't put a sponge up there. I just let my body do what it's supposed to do.
That's good.
I don't interfere with it, nor do I want to.
Yep.
And I don't want to have sex with anybody else but my partner when I've got my period.
Of course.
Sorry, but I feel really gross.
Yeah.
And the women that can do it, I don't get it. It smells different. It's, you've got it's different.
Yeah, I know. I tried it once. Like, I don't mind doing it at the end of the period where it's where it's a bit of red, cleary kind of fluid. I just thought it would be similar to like when I do it at the end of a period.
Yeah, no.
And I literally was like a fucking murder.
Looks like a murder scene, doesn't it?
And you're right. It smells bad.
It smells very metallic.
Doesn't smell
very
good.
No,
it was not good for my sexual performance. Put it that way. I looked down. It me up, and then I smelled it. It me up
was it like brown as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
so
brown.
it's like old blood. So not her fault. So not her fault.
I'm not shaming her.
No, exactly. So you're not shaming her. No, by any stretch of the imagination. But it's not a thing.
It was not what I expected.
For some people, it's not.
I expected it to be less aggressive, but it was so much blood.
It is aggressive. It is.
Yeah,
and there's blood clots.
I was in it was
there's
like
clots and there's
literally.
black.
I mean, I don't want to. If anyone's eating here, sorry, but it was literally.
They're eating.
It was literally like there was like leeches in this blood because it's like the blood clots.
Actually, the blood clots. Like no, actually, I've wiped myself and been like, what is that? And I've actually laughed that something came out of me that looked like that. Like, honestly, no, but it's real. It's real.
Long story short, period sex
long story
not for
short,
me.
Well, long story short, period sex while I'm working is not for me.
No.
Period sex. I'm also in the outlook of my clients need to have the best experience possible with me.
Absolutely.
You know
Especially
what I mean?
if you're like a premium service.
Right. I'm an elite escort. I charge $1,300 an hour.
Exactly.
I'm not going to be bleeding on my clients' pants.
No. Not unless that's their kink.
Not unless that's what they want. I mean, I could totally do that. That's fine. But I'm not.
That'd be the way to do it. Get like 2 or 3 period-loving clients.
Yeah. And then just have those during my...
And just be like, hey, these dates are when I'm going to be on the rag, by all means.
Unfortunately, I can't find any clients like that. I can find the clients, but I can't find the ones that like me all bloody.
Yes.
Sorry.
It's such a niche, isn't it?
Yeah, I didn't know I could do it. I told you earlier, I didn't know I could do it till I left my ex-husband. I was 27.
Once again, like, how do you go about being a SW for literally, what, it would be 12 years at that point?
Yeah.
And not learning how to... I was a young man reading like Reddit.
I didn't think my body could do it.
Really?
Yeah, I just didn't think it was possible for me. I heard about my friends doing it and like all this sort of... I just didn't think it was possible. And then, I don't know, I left my husband. It literally happened because I was playing with myself one day.
Perfect.
Like I was literally just playing, I was just exploring, playing with myself one day. And then all of a sudden I just squirted. I was like, holy.
What do you think caused that? That was different to the other times?
My brain. It wasn't my brain. It was a mental block. No, I think it was a mental block.
Right.
For sure.
Nice.
For sure. And now all of a sudden I can squirt all the time. I'm like, yes. That's what I do. It's a specialty on my video calls. Have a video call and I squirt for you.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, you heard them, guys.
Yeah, it's great. It's great.
I don't mind squirting. I think it's fun, but it's something that is a very big grey area on OF. Like
yes, whether it's peeing or squirting, or
they've actually annoyingly changed the terms of service to say body fluids. So that's recent.
But that's very vague.
That's recent. So
it's very vague.
My buddy Rocket Powers just got his account deleted.
For what?
For body fluids, and it was squirting.
What body squirting?
It was squirting videos.
Okay, but I can't always help that I.
No. Like, I'm just saying, be careful how you like caption it. If you caption big in this like boy girl, probably not the best. But
my
there are some girls.
Well,
that,
there was no squirting in our video, so it's okay.
No, there wasn't. But
wasn't.
there's some girls that just call it waterfall. But my point is, I've stopped doing squirting on OF because it terrifies me. I've got some videos on there that have a little bit of it, but I've mostly moved the big ones to Fansley and stuff.
Well, that's so
It's
different.
annoying because they keep changing the goalposts.
The regulations and what you can and can't do.
You know, like ever so slightly here
But
and
you
there.
think that they wouldn't. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
I think there's...
is a thing. And,
Exactly.
I'm sorry, but if you're taking that off...
I think some things definitely needed to be changed. Like there was a period of time where people were going crazy in public and just in public.
Oh no, of course, that's
but
not
I think
appropriate.
Squirting, like whatever, like if you and even pee content.
Sorry,
like,
but if you're doing really, really well, and that ain't my fault.
Exactly,
It's yours.
exactly.
That's yours.
Exactly.
It's I'm just really enjoying it. It's not my fault. No, the level of squirting clients that I get, like,
I'm sure it's insane.
They're like lay down and crouch over me. And I'm like, okay. And it literally goes up their nose and their ears, their mouth. They're all there for it. They're like, yes.
Yeah, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Some dudes absolutely love it. Like
they do.
The people who love it love it.
They do. Yeah.
And
And they want you to grind along their face like a snail.
Wow.
Literally.
Yeah, see,
Yes.
I'm not...
Don't suffocate me.
Yeah.
No, but they are like, suffocate me.
Yeah. Like, I'm into it, but I'm not that into it. Like, I saw a video once where I think it was Adriana Chichek.
Yeah,
She was getting
she's
railed
something.
and started straight up like a bubbler, and the dude came down and like drank her really hot.
Yeah.
But I'm like, man, that takes some commitment.
I've had a guy, so my ex, the one who liked to be pegged, actually did that once. I'm telling you, it was the hottest sex that we'd ever had. Like he was underneath. I squirted on his face. He drank all of it, slurped all of it up, and then literally got out from underneath me, grabbed the back of my head, pushed me into the pillow, and just started ramming me. Yeah. And he literally, it was so hot. He had the sweat dripping. He had my squirt dripping from his nose while he was doing me from behind. I just looked back. I was like, that's the sexiest thing.
Yeah.
Because I've just dominated his face. I just literally drowned him.
It's like that you remember, right?
Oh my God. I drowned the crap out of him and then he just railed the crap out of me. I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
It was like, I was there. Like the energy was just, I was there for it. I'm like, screw him now. He's but
for that 10 minutes?
But yeah. For that 10 minutes, great. Amazing. Good hustle team. But for the rest of it, don't even talk to me.
Classic. This episode brought to you by My OnlyFans. It's an amateur's paradise. Hundreds of girls and me. Get 50% off your first month at www.onlyfans.com/theapolloshow.aus. See you there. Thank you so much for coming today.
You're so welcome. Thank you for having me.
Welcome.
It's been an absolute pleasure.
Let everyone know where they can find you online.
Oh, okay. So my Instagram is at the Micki Daniels. And it's Micki with an I. So Micki.
Awesome.
And then on Twitter, it's Micki's Mansion.
Amazing.
I had my Twitter deleted at
How annoying.
So it was some ridiculous number. I had a lot of followers, but now I've...
Part of the game,
it's
unfortunately.
Part of the game. It is what it is.
Adapt or die. Adapt or get deleted.
Or die trying.
Exactly. Exactly. Well, thank you so much for joining me.
No,
and
thank
thanks
you for having
everyone.
me.
Catch you next time.